Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the most valuable player of 2018, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs as they take on the 11-year man Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside to Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense and Matthew Stafford ready to go here. Stafford still a solid quarterback in his 11th season now, but the Lions still yet to win a playoff game under his guidance. And last year's mark of 6-10, the worst since 2012 for the Lions. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And now the offense for Detroit.
Each and every year you like to spotlight guys who improve their game from year to year. And wide receiver Kenny Golladay did exactly that with Detroit in 2018. More than doubled his receiving yards, went over 1,000 yards for the first time in his career, and went from a guy who was a jump ball specialist to a guy who can run the full route tree and become a dependable downfield threat.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Stafford. It's complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 ball. Check, cross.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
1st and 10. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it. Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Allen. Still on his feet. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Allen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Yellow, yellow. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Bang, Brandon, yellow, 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 yellow. Bang, bang.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
On first down at Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. There's Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. It's caught. Jones. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 44 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Darren Lee in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards. And that also leads to 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Kelce, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points so you know that all the time.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
A gain of 6 there on first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On first down, Allen. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mahomes, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Yellow, yellow.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I don't need to. Hey, 15. I'll go.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. It's Hill. Complete. And he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run. This is Allen. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On first down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on first down. Allen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Easy, alert.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. On first down, it's Sanders down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going there,
and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point good by Prater. So he visits pay dirt for a 2nd time. Unfortunately, They're still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. That wasn't a small run by any stretch of the imagination either. To find the end zone for the second time, yet his team still down. They need more of that from him and a little help from the defensive guys.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
He's coming, double up. Show pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Don't get nervous.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on first down. It's Allen. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They stay on the ground with Allen. Just bowling over tacklers. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They keep it on the ground, Allen again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Allen, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Allen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Allen. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for KC. 56 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Game in hand. The offense takes the knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
43, 15. 61. Matchbox, right.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll try to run this one in. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy Come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Bryant has it. 27 yards there, a first down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Kansas City, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.